And good morning for those of you who are in Japan. Or Africa. Om Namah Shivaya Hara Om Namah Shivaya Hara Om Namah Shivaya Hara Om Namah Shivaya Hara Om. Come on in, y'all. Om Namah Shivaya Hara Om. Hi, Jill. Om Namah Shivaya Hara Om. Om Namah Shivaya Hara Om. Allison. Om Namah Shivaya Hara Om. Clear my mind, clear my path, prepare the way for me. Create a joy forevermore is Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya Hara Om Namah Shivaya Hara Om Namah Shivaya Hara Om Namah Shivaya Hara Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Shanti Om Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Shanti Om Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Shanti Om Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Shanti Om. Sing along with me. Peace inside my mind, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my mind, God and only God I live to see. Peace inside my mind, love and only love is moving me. Peace inside my mind, love and only love I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti Om. 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 Om Shanti Om. Good evening, everybody. Come on in. Peace inside my heart. God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my heart. God and only God I live to see. Peace inside my heart. Love and only love is moving me. Peace inside my heart. Love and only love I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, is peace in my mind, there will be peace in the earth. Let there be peace in my mind. Let there be peace in the earth. Yeah, Lisa, come on now. Hi, Keith. Pranaka. When there is peace in my mind, there will be peace in the earth. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti. Om. Good day, everybody. I'm so glad that you could be with me this evening on Soulful Philly, soulful songs, soulful conversations. And we're here just to touch inside. We're on our soul journey to greater giving, greater loving, greater joy, greater living and greater loving, greater joy. We're here to remember together because I forget, I'm telling you. But I'm remembering quicker. I don't go for 2 days totally crazy now. I can find my way back to my real self faster and faster. So I'm really thankful. So come on in. Come on in. Hey, as of I think I saw that as of April 15th, Facebook won't allow watch parties anymore. So we're finding our way to YouTube. So we're already live streaming through YouTube, and some people are on YouTube now. Here's a shout out to our YouTube audience, right where you are. Hey, come on in and say some good things over there. Put some thumbs up, subscribe, and all the stuff that they tell you to do. Just come on in and join our. We're going to let the God times roll, which are the love times, and the good times, the peaceful times, the aware times. We're here to remember. Hi, Susan Ray King. And we got Tigin and Crystal Haywood. Come on in now. These great singers in the house. And, we just have friends here. So we got friends. And one such a friend is the incredible life coach Ademola Anifowoshe, who's on with us in the wee hours of the UK morning, but we're going to act
Right.
like you're over here at sunset.
That's right.
Come on in. So how are you doing, my brother?
I am wonderful. I am wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for being here, for sharing in the chat room, letting us know you're here.
Yes.
And, just reflecting on that. That's part of when there's peace in my mind, there'll be
Mm.
peace in the earth.
Yes.
It's just like really, for me, most of us, we know these songs and sometimes it becomes kind of automatic, but
Yes.
our show on Wednesdays allow me to kind of sit in it and really think about that. When there's peace in my mind, there'll be peace in the earth. So on the earth. So if I don't see it, I need to find out what's going on here, and how I'm seeing the world. And if I don't see it, I can also bring the peace because there's peace in my heart. I can be even beyond the voice of reason, the place of love, the place of understanding, empathy, compassion. Because there is a lot going on now that makes it say, nah, I'm not part of that foolishness. I can't deal with it. I feel like there's lots of things. The things that are going on is inviting us to find that peace in us. So
Yes.
we can then be the birthers, the deliverers of the peace, of the love, of the compassion, of the understanding, and the ability to just sometimes be able to say, you know what? That person is beyond my help. Just let them do what they're doing.
See,
They're not
love them
ready to
over there.
see. Yeah, just let them
but
be.
love, but
And then,
love them still. Love them
yes,
over there, but
exactly,
but love them still.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and more, not to talk about them. What I'm finding is that when we can keep on moving. I don't
Mhm.
know what hide is, but it might be Facebook doing some interesting thing. But there's a
You
stream
said
yard.
hide?
Yeah, it said hide.
Oh.
Well, anyway,
Oh, okay.
hey, that's all right because you can't hide from God. So you might hide from the chat, but you can't hide from God. I want to say
That's right.
greetings to Ilona Shelton from Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome, Anika, and we have folks from Rio Grande Valley, Texas. Mark Allen, hi, Mark, and just come on in, folks from Florida, all over the country, all over California, all over the world. So I'm so thankful that we're all here together and. There is such a sweetness when Ade always smiles so big when Ricky says his full name. You know what I mean?
I
You know,
mean,
Ademola Anifa Woshe.
I think I said this before that I remember many years ago somebody said the best sound you can ever hear is the sound of your name. I'm like, Psh, what you talking about, Willis? Not really. But it took me a while, many years, and this gentleman was much older than me, and I'm thinking, oh, there's old folk wisdom, yeah, whatever. But many years later, I realized when people jack my name up, oh my God, it's uncomfortable. Or if I
It's the
call
worst. The
customer
worst thing you
service,
can hear is them saying your name wrong.
yes, they jack it up, they slaughter it. Or like customer service, can I? They're like, Mister, I'm no, just call me Ade, and so when people get my name right, oh, it's just like, oh, sweet music. So yes, it
I'm
does
taking
make me
that
feel
in
good.
because you're talking about your name.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when people get our essence, when they
Mm,
get our real essence,
yeah.
think about how much sweeter that is even than
Mm-hmm.
just getting our name right, but getting our nature right and
Yes.
understanding our loving and understanding our intent. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
when people in my life have done things that I thought were hurtful, at the time, and uh, at that time when there was a strong, reaction to it,
Mm-hmm.
especially when my mom was alive. Some things went down with somebody that was very close to my heart, and I love this person a lot, still do, but I, but she did something that she reacted from and from somebody saying something about what she did, okay, and she took it personally, and she went gangster with it. Like when I'm saying gangster, she just was very upset about it, and and kind of stormed out, and kind of and just banished herself from the queendom, which was like interesting because she was so much a part of our lives. But I found that it was time for her to go. You know, I found that it was time for her to go, but it was so hard to let her go because I could see her real nature. I knew who she really, I still know who that person really is, you know. But I didn't pick up the phone to go like, I know who you really are. And I think we can work this out. It's like,
Yeah.
no, it was time for her to go.
Mm,
It was time for me not to be doing that all over again,
mm,
and spending long conversations of winding one back to oneself. It's
yeah.
like, no, um, I'm good, and I felt very okay with letting her go, but I could do it with so much um, intention because there was nothing but love there,
Mm,
and I
mm,
don't
yeah.
talk about that person negatively either.
Mm,
I really don't. If I don't have something good to say about her, I don't want to talk about
yeah.
her, because I know her real name.
Mm,
I know her real name. And I think tonight, when we remember who we are really, and that's
yes.
why we're here together just for a little while, but we're stepping into eternity, right, for this in time and space. It's called an hour. But
Mm,
in our imagination, let's just step into eternity and
yeah.
not be thinking about the time per se, but let's just think about the wine of this moment.
Mm.
We're gonna think about the wine. Now, I don't drink wine. Y'all don't want to see Ricky drinking no wine, cause I just cannot hold no that fire water.
He
I
says, not for you, huh?
Woo! Oh no, no, der. It's not that I just my mind goes. I mean, like it's just it doesn't. It's not just that I get disoriented, but I also have to use the restroom a lot. So
Mm.
alcohol gives me diarrhea. So the Holy Spirit say, look at here, we're gonna make sure she ain't no drunk this time.
Like,
Every time she think about drinking, she gonna be going to the bathroom,
mhm.
to the restroom. She gonna be going to the. She's gonna be using the facilities. You know,
The
So we're
facilities.
stepping into this to the wine together, and
Mhm.
to be liberated in love. That's right. That's right, Pranaka.
Yeah.
We're here to be liberated in love. Love will take us higher. So
Yes.
I'm thankful.
I just want to drop in real quick because people are asking to find Ricky's channel on YouTube is youtube.com/ Rickie Byars. That's it. It will take you there to the site
Yes, yes.
right there.
Yeah, yeah. Try good beet juice. That beetroot. Yeah. So we have a beautiful time lined up tonight. We have a special guest that's going to be joining us, and his name is Jeff Kushner. And what Jeff does is Jeff loves music. And Jeff is a brilliant sound editor, and he was in the Agape choir for a good many years and part of the sound team at Agape for a while. And uh, he he was always there when I couldn't get an engineer to be there for our auditions. Jeff would show up, and he loved the auditions because he would hear me. Remember that, Jeff? So we're gonna bring Jeff Kushner in. He is the programming director for B Radio, and he's the guy that's streaming the music together. And this is just my little buddy right here. This is Jeff Kushner. Good evening, Jeff.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Thank you for having me. It's great to be here. Can you
Yes,
hear me okay?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you okay.
Oh, it's
we
too
can hear
loud.
you.
No, no, we can hear
No,
you
you're
okay.
great. You're great.
Okay,
You're
great.
great.
Thanks for
Yeah.
having me.
So how you doing?
I'm doing great. And I've been programming new shows today, and I got Norma Chose's show all finished for Friday, and
Hey.
um, we got great music lined up, and the station is happening, and it's
Yeah.
happening right now while we're talking. There's music playing, even
Yes.
though we can't
Yes.
hear it. There's always music playing.
Yeah. Isn't that something? We're all over. I'm. We're every place. We're everywhere present.
You got that. I'm listening to the music of the Holy Spirit. That music is always broadcasting, even when we can't hear it. And
That.
right now, it's
Yes.
broadcasting.
Oh yeah. So Mickey Maxwell. Hey Mickey. He says he loves B Radio. It's my go-to and lifts me up all week. Wow, that's beautiful. It's good to hear that. You hear that, Jeff?
I do. I do. I do. I'm taking note of that.
Did you hear that? So
Appreciate
sometimes,
it.
yeah, yeah. So we're sticking with B radio for a moment. I was like, well, maybe we don't need B radio, and everybody was like, yes, we do. And so there was a cry out for it, and also monetary support that came through. So oh, that's right. There was somebody else I had to pay, Jeff Kushner. Wait, are you finding these days if you don't write it down?
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
Jeff, I hear you have a show. We have a brand new show coming up. And tell us something about. Um, I'm soaking in it.
Right. Well, Ricky has been encouraging me to do a show, and I've put it off for a while, kind of putting it together and what is it that I want to say. And then I decided, you know what, stop thinking about it. Let's open it up. Let's start recording and let's see what happens. I have to say, for all the other people that do shows on B Radio, it's no small task to put your thoughts together and put them out there. And it really did take me a little while to get going. I abandoned it a few times, but my whole realization was that I had all of these questions, and I found out eventually that I already had all the answers to those, and I was able to figure it out. I realized that for all the answers, I'm soaking in it. They're everywhere, and so I don't
Mm-hmm.
have to really look. I can just absorb it, and and then was that commercial. You're soaking in it, where it was um, it got through grease and grime for your dishes, but it was also gentle enough for your nails. And I thought about that too, that it's something that can get through that buildup of life experience and those areas of life that seem to be blocked, and it can get through that grime and grease buildup, and it'll be gentle on you as well. And there's a great way of releasing and, I don't know, in a way, becoming clean again. So I just started talking, and we came up with the first episode, which will be on Sunday night at 6.
Hey,
So
I'm
please
so
tune in,
proud of
see
you.
what you think.
Yeah,
You'll
it's a
be
good.
soaking in it.
Yeah, you're gonna be soaking in it.
It's
It's
going to
a
be a little bit different because I'm a little different. So
well, it's gonna be different because you're unique. And the reasons why I asked Jeff to do a show is because he is unique. Because his language is different. He doesn't sound like all the other people. And y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like sometimes you can just hear the same people talk about maybe divinity the same way. And I don't want to judge that because, sometimes they're speaking from their heart and it's just they've learned a way of expressing that sounds incredibly like somebody else's way of expressing. And it's kind of like a, just like a, it's how can I say this? It's a teaching sometimes, and eventually people learn their own way. But Jeff is just himself, and I think Life Coach Ade is himself. It's like when he speaks, he's himself. It's the freedom to be you, And Norma Choza, Norma is herself. Dorothy James, she's herself. Dorothy's not trying to be somebody else. Dorothy is very much herself. And the people around me are uniquely individuals. I mean, listen to Georgia talk. She is herself. So you will find that the people around me are uniquely different. So the B Hood is not your cookie cutter. It's not a cookie cutter cult. It's not a cookie cutter culture. Even it is people who are coming alive inside and who care.
Yeah.
I mean, much of this came about for me because of the music. The music was what really kept me focused when I was an agape congregant, and eventually a staff member, and then eventually a choir member. And
Hmm.
the meaning of the music, I've been talking about the meaning of the music since 2005, and it's really sunk in the lyrics and the subtlety of the meanings, and how the songs can really evolve as you evolve, and as time changes the songs remain the same, but they have new meanings that are really, really fresh and valuable to this exact time. And they always stay. I call them the gift that keeps on giving, because it just stays alive. It's always
Yeah,
fresh and new.
I agree. And I'm finding because everybody, those of you who don't know much about the music, I think everybody on the thread is aware of the music and the songs. But there are so many songs, and they serve. And so watching this music mature, uh, when I say mature, not that when he came out, when the songs were done, they were babies. The songs were developed, fully developed when they came. They were all that when they were born. But to watch what they've become in our lifetime,
Yeah.
what they've become in the heart of me, and in the heart of so many people is amazing. It is just amazing to see how it serves people's lives, how it serves our minds, how the song shows up sometimes right when we need it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It always
Oh,
seems
yeah.
like the exact right song at the exact right time for me. That's
That's
what it
exactly what Mickey's saying
is.
in the chat room.
Yeah. Yeah, it shows up like that. So
Hmm.
Jeff was very instrumental in the beginning in creating compilations of songs. I don't want to talk about it too much because he's going to talk about all of this in his show, you know. But he would make these compilations without anybody asking him to do that. He would just give it to us as a gift, and he would go like, "Hey, this is something that you might like. It's some of my favorite work of yours in the last
Mm,
year or something like that." And he'd give it to me. He'd give the same thing of a different artist like Jamie Lou. He give Jamie's his and Brenda Lee
Mhm.
hers, and I mean
The
he was
house
just
band got theirs.
the
Yeah.
house band got theirs. You know, you just did it because you loved it. You know, and you're still doing it because you love it. So
Hmm.
here's a shout out to everybody. Just give Jeff Kushner a big round of applause because it's because of
Mhm.
him that we have B Radio.
There's no need. People really need to have access to the music, and I have it, and I
Yeah.
can get it to you, and it's so important to me. I know how important it is to everyone, so I'm really just glad that I have found a way to be able to get more music out there for people
Yeah.
from from you and some of your friends.
Do you find that the music and the songs are helping you become a better person?
Oh yeah, I mean even working on the radio station and I'm programming songs, and certain songs will always seem to come up, and I'm thinking, why is that song keep coming up? I'm going to move that to later in the day, because every time I go to program, certain the same titles seem to rise to the top. It seems like it's trying to tell me something, and when I go ahead and I listen to, I've heard everything on the station 100 times, and I'll be
Mhm.
listening to it again, a song like God Is Enough or a song like Spiral Up, and I'll be just freshly reminded. And I'll also notice where I kind of fell off and where I fell into a dark area, or where I might have forgotten, you know, how how easy it is for me to be lifted up. I might have forgotten that was something I seemed to be more open to at one time, and now I seem to have shut off. And I remember. And your
Mm-hmm.
music, other people's music too. But I mean, my show is kind of centered a lot around Ricky's music, and obviously the station, that's the spine of it. But as you look at the branches of the tree, there's other great artists, great messages, and
Mm-hmm.
it isn't always directly a spiritual language. Sometimes it's the language that we all use, the language that we're
Mm-hmm.
all familiar with, songs
Mm-hmm.
that aren't on the surface spiritual, but you realize the underlying content is very meaningful, and it
Yeah.
relates exactly and directly to what we're talking about.
Yeah. It
And it's so
does.
now. Every songs feel so alive. They never really
Mhm.
feel pre-recorded. They always have
Yeah.
that I'm standing up and I'm moving again,
Mm-hmm.
like it's happening now. And
Yeah.
being in the moment is one of the things that music really has helped keep me there. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's what motivated it.
Hey, well, I'm glad that you could be with us tonight. We will all be dialing into your show at 6 o'clock Sunday evening Pacific time, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Jeff Kushner has his first show on B Radio. The guy the wizard, like the Wizard of Oz is behind the curtain. Well, now the wizard is going to come forth in his own way with his show. He's coming forth, and I'm just thrilled that you had the courage. And because it's a lot to step out, and sometimes we shoot ourselves in the foot before anybody else can ever see what's going on. And I want you to know that's a beautiful show. You're a beautiful man, and I'm thankful that you're in our life and that you show up on B Radio in the ways that you do. And thank you for joining us this evening. And we'll see you Sunday evening.
I appreciate those words. Thanks. See everybody. Hope to see you Sunday. Thanks,
I'm
Ade.
soaking
See you.
in it.
You're welcome.
You'll be soaking in it.
That's right.
What's the name of it? I'm soaking it.
I'm soaking in
What's
it. Oh no,
I'm
you're soaking.
soaking.
You're soaking in it. You're soaking
You're
in it.
Oh,
soaking it. Yeah, you're
wow.
soaking in it. You're
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
for God and you're soaking in it.
That's
All
it.
Wow.
right.
The
All right.
answer's
Thank you,
there.
Jeff.
We will see you.
Mm,
Yeah, that's yay. Jeff is the best, man. Jeff is the
that's
best. And
powerful.
listening, yeah.
That's
Welcome, Norma. I
powerful.
see Norma's on. Yeah, Jeff,
Hmm.
he gets it. He
Yeah.
gets it in his way. And so, yeah, that music, man. I was just, this song here. What really matters in life or in dreams is the music of love we hear in each scene. And I'm ready to listen now. I've heard your voice before. Your way has been calling me. Now I'm walking through the open door. I'm ready to listen now. I am ready to listen. Early in the morning, lying in my bed, thinking about a dream I had. The pictures were fading fast, noticing the music in each scene, and the peace beyond this world. I recall that I couldn't dwell in what was wrong, couldn't care about what had gone. The message on the stereo was strong, saying one day the pain goes, and one day we see that what really matters in life or in dreams is the music of love we hear in each scene. Now I'm ready to listen now. I've heard your voice before. Your way has been calling me. Now I'm willing to be so much more. I am ready to listen now. I am ready to listen, Lord. Your way has been calling me. Now I'm walking through the open door. I'm ready to listen now. I am ready to listen. Oh, I'm ready to listen, Lord. Hey, yeah, I am ready to listen. I'm ready to listen now. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to listen, Lord. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to listen now. I'm ready. And I'm walking through that open door. I'm walking through the door. So I'm ready and I'm moving. And I'm taking you with me.
That's right.
I'm taking everybody on the thread with me. I love
Yes.
you.
Yes.
What
Yes.
really matters is the music of love. And that's what Jeff was talking about.
Yeah.
This music of love, and what I was talking about with that person that I referred to earlier, is that eventually we get to the place where there's only love. That we know that when people are hurting, it's because they thought love was missing.
Mm,
They thought love for them was missing,
mm,
you know, and the pain in that somebody didn't love you,
mm.
somebody thought less of you, somebody didn't consider you, somebody chose other than you, somebody just walked all over you,
Right?
you
Yes.
know, you know, and and what that makes you feel like is, like you betrayed me.
Yeah.
The person, I think they felt betrayed, they felt like disappointed, but that's because something deep, deep, deep was already disappointed. There was something
Mm,
for that to resonate with. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
mm,
So clearing that clutter out of our mind, you
mhm.
know, that creates so much space
Yeah.
for us to really experience this divine love that never went anywhere. It's been there. It's
Yes.
been there.
Always. Always. Like Jeff said, you're soaking in it, but we must be ready to listen to know that we're soaking in it. And I think of what you something you said earlier about the song, that the songs have matured.
Mm-hmm.
And I was listening to you, and what came to me is they do mature because it's almost like all of us listening to it, we're adding our little energy to it. Just
Mm-hmm.
like they say, it takes a village to raise a child. So
Mm-hmm.
when you birth the song, we add our little wisdom. Sometimes it comes in, and we may be feeling grief, maybe feeling disappointed, betrayed, but we bring that to the song. It's like an altar. We'll
Mm-hmm.
bring our broken self to the song,
Mm-hmm.
and the song transforms us. So because of that transformation that's happened, the song sounds different.
Mm-hmm.
And I really did get it because I'm always thinking, I know these songs. I sing it all the time. Why does it
Mm-hmm.
feel different? Because
It means
it's
more.
maturing every
Yes.
day with the people that are listening to it. I think
Yes.
Mickey was the one saying he's been listening to, hasn't been able to get I'm ready to listen out of his head. It's like the song mature. So when we give of ourselves, our gifts, our talent, they become more as we share with others.
Yes.
So sometimes the blessings that come to us, we don't even know how. It's just because we've given it and
Yes.
it's been multiplied.
Mm-hmm.
And because we made room for it,
Mm-hmm.
it blesses us in ways that we can't even imagine. Sometimes when I'm praying for what brought me here
Mm-hmm.
and for all the things that didn't happen for me to be here,
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of things that's happening, good, bad, or indifference, however you want to describe it, that we're not even aware of because love keeps making a way, protecting us, guiding us. And
Love keeps making a
this
way.
love makes a way. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Always, always.
Love is the way.
Love is the way. Love is the way. It makes the way. It shows you the way. You
Yes.
are the love that is the way, leading you to the destination. That there isn't
Mm-hmm.
any destination because you're like, love, where does this end? Love goes, I don't know, wherever you want to stop. Let's keep going.
Well,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
mean, hmm,
uh, 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 beautiful Angie Shearer, who is I said she's my cosmic scribe. I've called
hmm,
her that. But Angie can write, Ademola. She's a great writer. And
hmm.
she's a great musician and violinist and a lot of things. But she writes, so she says, this is such soul, what you're giving me. This is for you. Such soul education.
Soul education. I like that.
Your readings and promptings,
Hmm,
your readings and your promptings. And she said, loving you all infinitely. You know, she says, in the
hmm.
be hood we trust.
Beautiful.
In be hood we trust.
Hmm.
Yes. And she says, yes to multidimensional devotional download of the etheric libraries of music and love. All
Wow.
aboard your celestial band and marvels. All aboard your celestial band and marvels. All the good stuff.
Ooh.
She's something. But when
I
you were
love where
talking
she
about,
writes from and who she is. That's just those words. They.
Angie keeps going. Angie is amazing. You can see she has a name, Jackie Highway,
Mhm.
on YouTube. That's her professional name. So
Jackie Highway. Okay.
Jackie Highway, where she's like alternative, cosmic alternative, and she's playing that violin and doing all kinds of. She
Mm,
is incredible, but she also showed up for Kaumba Camp and would do projects with the children and origami. She could do that. From her Japanese culture, and she was violinist and
mm,
she's just a great person.
mm,
Somebody to kick it. When you have times to meet great individuals like an Angie, who's so
mm,
much younger than I am. She's just really
mm,
truly delightful,
mm,
and to see her world, what her world looks like. So you can check her out on YouTube and hear her music and see the way she puts it
mhm.
together because it's quirky.
Yeah.
I mean, she'll have a whole orchestra and they're all lit, and she
Mm,
goes there. She goes there.
mm, mm.
What you're
Wow.
talking about, Lona Elias, that's what makes Rickie
Yeah.
exceptional. Her lyrics are organic and resonate at our deepest level. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
And I wonder that whole thing about, what Lorna is saying, that first I know that our gifts and talent is love. And something about life, when it breaks us down,
Down.
it makes us available for the gifts. It's like where the ego's like, I'm done. I can't fight this fight. Life comes and just breaks everything down. Norma said something earlier when she said, hurt to the depth of my soul, so deep I couldn't feel my own love, much less the love of others. Love brought me back.
Mm-hmm.
Love brought me back.
Mm-hmm.
And, sometimes it's those feelings that we don't want to feel, the memories of the past that we're trying to push away, affirm away, actually leading us back to love. If we can create this space
Yes.
to sometimes let them be, maybe sometimes hold somebody's hand where you're like, ooh, however you want to hold their hand, spiritually, physically, energetically. But it's for my journey, I feel like I have to allow the rawness in me, the part of me that sometimes I want to hide because I don't understand it. But
Mm-hmm.
if I could just sit with it, it's like
Mm-hmm.
love is making a way, finding a way, creating a way. And love, people say, oh, you need more than love, but love is the only thing happening. And love is not just this airy fairy, like, oh, I love you. Oh, love will strip you down every opportunity love to get. Sometimes it just you're like, oh my God, I'm naked. But if you want to grow, you're like, oh, I'm naked.
Remember, we
And
say ain't
sometimes
nothing
it's
safe
gradual.
about love.
There's nothing safe about love. And I think that's really the thing, because in our surrendering to love, we know we have to become somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
We have
Yeah.
to be more of ourselves. We have to be more of what we've known ourselves to be. And that could be scary. Like, who would I be? How would I show up if I am listening to this deeper voice? If I really speak my truth, if I call out things the way I see it without saying, yeah, I understand. We just bless it. I'm not judging that, but sometimes we can do spiritual bypassing. Who would I be if I just show up as I am? Where I could say, I'm scared.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on the spiritual walk for many years, but right now, I don't even know where I'm going. And in
Mm-hmm.
that moment, love is like, ooh, great opportunity, because
Mm-hmm.
that's the ultimate surrender.
Yeah.
And love can be messy sometimes.
Yeah.
It's messy work.
Yeah.
Mm,
Well, it's about clearing, and it's about
yeah.
clearing away. Cleaning the plate,
Mm,
and allowing ourselves to emerge in a holy, holy way.
yes.
Sometimes
Yes.
the only song that's on my mind is "Oh, Let Me Love in a Holy, Holy Way."
Mm, mm,
Oh,
mm,
let me live. Oh, let me know that God is all around me. Oh, let me learn from all the ways I fall. You know,
mhm.
let me know that love can heal us all. Love will heal us
Yes.
all. Let me
Mm,
walk in each day a little kinder. Just let me love in a holy, holy way.
mm,
And it helps me. It
yeah.
really, really helps me to get through. There was a situation. I'm not going to go deep into it, but I was kind of, I, I, I don't know if the word is disappointed so much as it was. I was very not. What's the word? Uh, it was like I read something that was written in the past, but it was written like it was the present about me.
Mm,
It was referring to my old station, at Agape and blah blah, and I looked at it, and it was a big article. It was an article about Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan and Oprah, and I'm in the middle of that article. But the article says that Ricky plays the piano there, you know, and like I'm still there. And then there was a
mm,
beautiful picture at the end of the article, but it says that this is the minister and this is her, and the couple run the church. So it all felt like I was currently there. I've been away from Agape for almost 2.5 years. And so it was just it didn't feel good to me that was there. And I know other people were going like, wow, that's some good press. This can really expand your career. You could use this. You could, and I'm thinking like, uh, I can use this to calm down inside. I can use this to sober my ego.
Yeah.
You know, that was like, and then I went looking for the image that was, and I was like, this picture wasn't even taken in LA. It was taken in Hawaii. I remember when that picture was taken because it was taken boom, boom, boom. And I
Right.
traced that picture down. That picture wasn't taken in Hawaii. It was taken right there in Los Angeles at USC over there for,
Mm,
after
mm,
one of Akuyo Graham's things at Spirit Awakening. So the thing is, it's like, but I was so upset about it, about everything that I was, when I say I wasn't hysterical,
mm,
but I was just, there was something that was not okay about that for me.
mhm,
And then I watched my mind. I was like, you know what? You've told this story again and again. Now let it go.
mm,
Let it go.
mhm,
I prayed for everybody. I prayed for everybody,
mm.
and just hope that I saw the best for them happening. May they see the best,
Yeah.
and may they continue in the ways that they're going to find what it is that they came to find and discover about what God really is.
Mm,
Because in my heart, that's what I'm here to reveal. And I know that for all of us on the call, we're here to reveal that.
mhm,
We're here to reveal that. We're here to stand up and see the best of life, the
right.
best of love, the very best of everything.
Mm,
We're here to exude that, to shine that, and to, you know, and to let it,
yeah.
do what it do.
Yes. Yes.
I know why they included me in there. I got the juice.
That's right.
Uh-oh, slip back. But the thing is like, no, it was like sometimes you need you need the light. You need people with light around. But that was
Mhm,
all right. But I got through it. But my
mhm.
point is that when we waste our life too long in that, it's all right to
Yeah.
talk about a little bit. We're human. We
Yes.
get to do that. Even cosmic beings
Mhm.
get to do it. We do it, But I was walking, looking at the trees, looking at the
Mhm,
sky, giving thanks for all the things that I get to create. I got Jeff Noose over here who shows up to help me with the sound. I got Life Coach Ade. I got all y'all here with me. We got an incredible radio station. We got the Bee Hood and the Sunday devotionals. And now we have a growing community here in Soul Fulfilling Wednesdays. It's like,
mhm.
hey, I'm doing what God put me here to do. In
Yes.
other words, I'm having
Yeah.
a good time with my
Yeah.
life. Are you?
I am, and inside I am cracking up. I'm trying to like contain myself because as you were telling that story, I had this image like we say we're spiritual beings. So on a spiritual level, of course, there's more of us that is invisible. We're kind of just floating around having fun, like let's move some things together. Like this is a theater, right? Like an improv. Like there's too much lovey-dovey thing going on. Okay, let's switch it up. What do you think we should do? Well, oh, so it's almost like what's the thing they call not whose line is it anyway, but improv where you just pull a scene and you don't know what it is, and then you got to act it out. How just seeing this image, like there's a part of us that's just like, oh yeah, let's create some fun, some drama, literally, and we pull this thing and then we interact with one another. So someone writes a story that is not the whole truth, or because for whatever reason they didn't do their research or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but then it brings up this thing. It's like, "Ooh, really?" And then we come back to ourselves. And
Mm-hmm.
then all of us in spiritual being like, yeah, that was great acting. That was awesome. You came back to yourself. And those of us who don't get it's like, no, you stay on stage. You can't come back here until you get master that role. And then something happens like, ooh, we got nervous for you over there. We thought you're going to be stuck in that marriage. we thought because your business ended, we thought you didn't even believe that you're more than that. but you talk about cosmic beings, cosmic beings and light workers, the names that we give ourselves. It's like real integration is recognizing that we're spiritual and human as well. That is the coming together of spirit. We make spirit come alive. We are the place where God gets to see represent itself. It's like we bring shape to this amazing thing we call God, love, the divine. You show up with the song at the right time when someone goes to B radio. It's like, oh, you captured God in lyrics, and somebody can hear the voice of God through Rickie because you said yes, because we said yes. Those people that are listening, those of us that have a gift, and some of us say, well, all I got is just that. I don't really have a gift. I don't really sing like Rickie. I don't really whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because whatever you have, I mean, you've told stories about the songs that you write and the things that happened before you wrote the song. Sometimes most of us ain't trying to go through all that. We're like, no, we like the song, but we ain't trying to go through that. But it's like life takes us through this process. And the choice is to say, okay, enough. I play this over and over and over. And then maybe sometimes we need to play this story for years.
Mm-hmm.
For years. And then one day we realize, you know what? I want a different channel.
Mm-hmm.
What we know is God is always there saying, welcome home. And
Well,
I think we just need to be light, take ourselves lightly.
I, I think I
Yeah.
agree. And that's very,
Mm,
very well put,
mm,
Life Coach Ade. You know, sometimes there are people who carry pain in their body for years and
mhm,
years wondering why they're carrying that pain, you know. And then one
mhm.
day something reveals and they go like, wow,
Yes.
wow. But
Mm,
I wouldn't have gotten this insight, which was worth
yes.
a life of what I've gone through to really understand that
Hmm,
and to know how best to allow. I had a conversation with my uncle just yesterday, and he's
mm.
93. He's really deep, but he was saying like, this thing, I thought that it worked like, like a formula. He says, but I'm finding now that my formula is not working, you know.
Mm.
I say, yeah, because there's more beyond the formula.
So much more.
There's more beyond the formula. There's more beyond the 5 steps. There's
Mm,
more beyond the 12 steps.
mm.
There's more beyond all. It just keeps.
There's more.
There's more.
Hmm,
It keeps expanding, and
yes.
as we expand to meet it, wow,
And it expands. We
it
expand to meet
expands.
it and it expands.
Oh yeah, it keeps expanding. Hey,
Yes.
we got Jeff. We wow. Where does the wine go?
Wine.
Where the wine is whittling.
The wind down zone.
I want everybody to know that we have the amazing Jeff Noose in the room. Jeff Noose, and Jeff Noose has a show, a program. The best thing about these days, this golden era that we're living in, and that we're living in. Now, maybe some other people would go like, "This isn't golden for us. This ain't even corduroy. This ain't even paper bag. These are hard, hard days, and we don't have this and we don't have that." And I bless, I pray, and I'm here to serve everyone in whatever capacity I can. But right where I am, what my life looks like is this. Okay, and so I'm thankful and grateful for the lives that we get to live and the ways we show up to share the good that's overflowing with those around us. Okay, and those beyond us. Jeff Noose has a radio program, and I mean he has a show. Like we all have these little. Oh, this is my point. That in this time of COVID and isolation, and I don't even want to call it COVID time no more. I'm tired of that. But in this era of transitions, for
Yes.
whatever reasons, and there have been many that are unspoken that get washed under COVID, right? But these times of change and transition, lots of people have just taken to little small groups of people getting together. You got a little group of people over here that meet and touch, a little group of people over here. The smaller groups have a whole lot of impact. They do, they do. We're just touching people wherever we go and however we can. And that is great. That to me, that is it right there. When we're doing that, that if we're not so impressed by the numbers, but more about the movement of what's happening inside of us, right?
Yes.
So, Jeff
Yes.
News, we talk about all these people and the radio programs and the different things that are happening on B Radio. By the way, we'll go through that lineup pretty soon. But I want to talk about Jeff News because Jeff News has an incredible podcast, and it's called The Green Room. So you want to talk about it, Jeff?
Sure. Thank you for bringing this up.
Now Jeff doesn't want to be on camera, so but Jeff looks
No.
like the old Charlton Heston. Go ahead, Jeff.
Well, thank you.
Maybe mixed
Maybe
with Paul
not that
Newman
handsome.
and a little bit of Jimmy Dean. Go on.
Well, at first, when the pandemic started, I started doing this thing because I had nothing to do, and all of the musicians that I've worked with for my whole life had nothing to do. So I started this live stream show, and I call it In the Green Room. So before a show starts live, everybody's sitting in the green room talking. And let's say I just meet you, Rickie, for the first time, and I say, "Oh, where'd you grow up?" And we just start talking and have a conversation. That's the basis of the show. And what has happened in the last year, at first it didn't feel really like a blessing. It was sort of coming out of a desperation. I got to do something and feeling like I had nothing to do. As I look back now, though, it's been a huge blessing because a lot of these people that I hadn't talked to for years because they were touring or on a road or something, then all of a sudden I'm talking to them a lot. So
So how can we access your show?
you can see it on my YouTube channel, or youtube.com/JeffNews99.
JEFFNUSS 99. And he interviews, it's like a green room, like where artists, because in the green room, artists have great conversations, just like we're having tonight. It's like the green room where we go and it's like we can be ourselves. And so he has some amazing people on there that come through there. Rashid Lani, he's interviewed. The Yellow Jackets, the whole band of the Yellow Jackets were there. He just does his thing, and that's Jeff News, who does our sound. So yay, Jeff, for using your creativity to bring people together. Thank you.
Thank you for bringing it up.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
he didn't want to get on camera, but that's okay. Well, next week. He'll get it. He'll show his face and then leave.
Disappear.
We're coming to the end of our time together, but I want to thank everybody for coming on and invite you to check out Life Coach Ade Being You podcast that airs on Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m. Pacific time,
Correct.
1 p.m. Eastern time, and all over the place. You can find that up. And he's got his tag there, so you can follow him. Thank you for checking out B Radio live at 6 o'clock every night. We got something happening on Monday nights, Mondays with Sherlock Byars, and he talks about reality. Tuesday, you have Skip Jennings with his journey to spiritual greatness, and Tuesday morning, Beverly Brewster with her meditation program. On Thursdays, you have Dorothy James at 6, and on Friday, Stepping with Inspiration with Norma Choza. Dorothy's show is called The Healing. And then Stepping with Inspiration, then you have Dr. Lori Eanes, who gives you shout-outs about health throughout the day. And we have DJ Moni with her incredible mixes. And then we have Soulful, and we just go live with the podcast on Wednesdays. We do this like this because it's special.
It
Like
is
Coach
special.
Ade said, folks need to see you, so that we did it this way.
That's right. And
Oh,
I'm
yeah, and
so
then you
grateful
have
you
Jeff-
said yes.
Then we have the Sunday devotional.
On Sunday, yep.
There's so many things that are coming up. Go to RickieByars.org. Look at my events. Kathy Stringer's a women's journey to faith and hope is coming up on April 17th. Women's Spirit, the first week in April. All these women's retreats that are coming. So women out there, come on with it. Pretty soon we're gonna have the fellas and the women together with the soul people. I'll let you know. But here's a little inkling. Make your reservations because Rickie's going to Kauai for her birthday Oh, yes, I am. Okay, so yeah. All
So,
right.
Ricky, James Brown said, "It's a man's world," but you've changed that. This is Ricky's world. You're just everywhere now. It's Ricky's world,
Man, I'm
and
having a
there's
good time.
nothing you can do about
Oh
it.
man, I'm loving this life, and I'm loving this life. I'm loving all of you who are part of it. I'm thanking you for your support and for your donations and contributions to help us do what we do. And I'm thanking you for standing with me. It means so much to look around and see so much love, to see you in the house. All
All the
right.
love you
So
gave is coming back to you every day.
yeah, it's coming back. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. And together we allow love to take us higher. And so it is. Thank you, Ayana. Thank you,
Yes,
Life Coach Ade. Thank you, Jeff
yes,
Noose. Thank you,
yes.
everyone. Peace
And Jeff
and richest blessings to
Kushner.
you all. Thank you,
Amen.
Jeff Kushner. Yes.
Asha.